themarshallman.com.
Okay, so set one, we were speaking about the strings.
Yeah.
Set two, we was talking about finding and moving your center.
Yes.
So now we come to set three of Yan Shou Gong.
Yeah. So if we say set two is about moving your center in without moving your feet. So we can say we are keeping our feet still while we're moving the center. So we can, to make it more poetic, we'll call it motion in stillness. That means my feet are still, but my center can move. In set three is the other way around. We want to keep our center still in the sense it's maintaining the center position, but our feet is moving. Okay, so stillness in motion. So you have motion in stillness in number two, and stillness in motion in number three. Now, what I mean by that is, we'll take a very simple example. If we are in a stance like this, normally when we go into a forward stance here, right, the tendency is to shift my center towards the right. Yeah. Okay, you can see, this is quite a normal thing to do because that's how your body would react. And if my stance is wider, the more the shift, okay? But in our philosophy, what we mean by keeping the center still as we move is to keep the center in the center line. So that from the front perspective, it looks like my center is still from this angle, right? If you notice, this is a center line. When I'm here, my center is not to this side, it's right in the center. And the purpose of this is if you can keep your center still this way, you can generate a lot of power, right? In other words, in maybe Tai Chi terms, I'm moving my Zhongting forward in this way and not moving my Zhongting diagonally. And this can be easily tested. So again, I rely on Kiran here. Let's say he's giving me power. Let's say I can be, say, doing this, right? Now, if he's pushing into me and I want to do this, okay? And to push him off. Now, if I move my center that way, straight away, my structure starts to break, because as I move there, this will give way, right? I can do it again. So from here, it's very easy to break. And you feel, right? I can't exert power. You can easily hold me there, jam me, right? Now, I make it a point now, I move my power right along this center line. So same thing, now I push, see? Right? Yeah, so it's the same thing, except that I keep my center here instead of letting it drift to the side. Big effect, small difference, but very big effect. Similarly, let's say when I turn, see? So when I turn, in number three, right, we try to turn by keeping the center here. So okay, in the form, we do this with the casting of the net, remember? So after we do this back, back to here, we step across, right? Then once I set my center, I don't move this anymore. I turn here, I adjust my feet, turn here, then I move. So you notice my Zhongting remains. This doesn't move all over the place. So let's emulate that. So if Kiran is at this angle, we keep this angle, and he's giving me power at this 45-degree angle, right? And I want to push into him. Now, if I want to step across, just like that, there's no way, because once I lift my feet, he'll throw me, right? So in order to do it properly, I have to maintain my center, turn. Now I move my center in that direction, right? I don't try to swing it around. So you see, I go, right? Right? Once I keep that alignment, you see, it's very hard, right? and it goes. Okay, so let's say continue here. You're gripping me, you're preventing me from turning. I want to go that way. You don't allow me. So once I land here, I turn this, I set my center here. Now I don't move my center. And now I go. Right? So it's that 1, 2, 3, set, move. Okay, so this is what we mean by stillness in motion. So by keeping this, I can always maintain my root no matter how I move. Let's say we are doing a bit of push hands.
Okay.
Let's say, and I want to move, right? Let's say not the thing push hand. So if I want to move, see, there, right? Yeah. So in most cases, you see, normally once my feet come off the ground, right, you will take my root. Ooh, I'm gone. But in this case, I have my root. See, I can move my feet, right? See, I still have my root. You can give me pressure,
Yep.
right? I can, yeah. See, if I lift this, see, I still have the root, and then I can turn. So it's always there, see, right? So I think so. This is how you can maintain your root while you're moving around. Is by maintaining your zongting. So this is the principle, the main principle in number 3, casting the net.